This graph shows the web traffic to StackOverflow.com from the start of 2022. And as you can see, they've been suffering a pretty steep decline, especially in recent months. This is backed up by the number of posts made to the site and the number of votes that are being submitted by users. People just aren't interacting with Stack Overflow as much as they used to. So what's going on? Well, as you're probably aware, there's been a couple of key AI products released in this time frame. GitHub's CoPilot was released to the public in June 2022. CoPilot allows developers to use AI inside their IDE, like VS Code, to get help and suggestions for the code that you're writing on as you're writing it. Next, in November of that year, OpenAI released ChatGPT, which has also a very impressive understanding of code. And seemingly, these two AI tools have made it easier for software developers to get help and fix issues with their code without having to open a browser and go on to read a bunch of answers on Stack Overflow. And that's good because Stack Overflow does have a bit of a reputation for the unfriendly and condescending way that the community has responded to some questions in the past. So why go ask your question on Stack Overflow and wait for an answer, only to be told to just go away and read the documentation, when you could just ask ChatGPT and your answer is there instantly. And the big irony here, of course, is that these AI tools like CoPilot and ChatGPT, they were actually trained on Stack Overflow questions. Stack Overflow is a bit like Obi-Wan Kenobi, training up and teaching a young Anakin Skywalker, only for him to become more powerful and end up being the source of his own demise. Now, I've actually made a video on my channel a while back called How to Paste from Stack Overflow, and unfortunately, the advice in that video is now pretty much out of date. In fact, I'm not even going to link to it, but you can find all of my other videos by subscribing to the channel. But yeah, the advice I'll give to folks learning software development in summer 2023 would just be to sign up for CoPilot. It's fast, it's accurate, it's reliable enough to assist you in your development as a coder, and honestly, I can't recommend this enough. So what's next for Stack Overflow? Well, if you ask me, the site should focus more on community aspect of it and less on just answering coding questions. Stack Exchange is still an extremely valuable community of questions and answers on all sorts of non-coding topics. And the community there does feel a lot more welcoming and supportive, so I don't expect Stack Exchange to be going anywhere anytime soon. And remember, these AI language models are trained on a set of data that has a cutoff date. So any new questions that come up will still need to be answered by human beings, at least for the time being. It just so happens that asking, how do I delete a Git branch, is such a known problem now that your best bet for an answer is just to ask an AI. And if you want to get started actually using AI on your own codebase and you don't want to pay for a GitHub Copilot subscription, then watch this video next about an awesome alternative to Copilot from AWS that is actually free. It's called Code Whisperer, and this video shows you how to get that up and running.